Before we jump into the video, I'm going to give you guys a quick backstory on the car. As you guys can see, it needs painting really bad when I got it. Bought it out of the blue. I was very unfamiliar with these cars. Didn't know nothing about them really. And I bought it at a sale. It had been sitting up for so long. And I'll have a very detailed video on it before and after when I'm done with it. But I'm kind of glad I got it because it was out of the norm for me. And I've learned so much on these cars in the last 3 years. But I stripped it to bare metal. Exposing all the things that need to be fixed, and took it to a paint shop where it sat for nearly 2 years before it was painted, and I got it back, and you guys will see the results. I was somewhat happy with them. I just hated it didn't move the header panel, which was fine. The paint did have some runs in it, but overall it was a really good paint job for the cost. And I was gonna paint it myself. I should have followed my first mind and just put the labor in and do it myself, but I'm kind of glad everything happened the way it happened. So here I was dropping it off, and like I said, it's up here almost 2 years, and I got it back. And as you guys can see, this is the day I'm picking it up. It turned out real well. Kind of removed everything off. The doors was removed, so the jams was painted. I'll show all that in a detailed video coming up. But everything pretty much was removed with the exception of the header panel. And like I said, you guys can see it turned out pretty nice. I'm kind of pleased with the product, but there were some things that need to be addressed, and a few runs here and there, and I knew I could fix those without a problem. But as it's set up in the garage, I'll show you guys what has happened to it over the last maybe year and a half, almost 2 years since it's set in my garage now, with me getting it right and putting everything back together. And we're going to go over that in just a second. After being gone for so long, I finally got it back to the house. I was somewhat excited, but I was a little disappointed because being exposed without a cover on it, some things got messed up in the inside. Luckily, the headliner was fine. Got a small crack in the dash, little miscellaneous stuff, but it wouldn't took nothing to throw a car cover over it. And I just don't understand how people don't respect other stuff. When you take it to a business, you expect them to treat it as if it's theirs, but that wasn't the case. But we got it back to the house. I'm gonna show you all something that's happening from sitting up in here for the last couple years, and it was gonna happen regardless. But let's take a look at it. All right, so look, got the header panel down, and look at this. The paint is cracking. It's just in this area. This is, well, it's around the whole thing. It's around, this part is okay. The chips and stuff here though. Look at that. And that's not gonna work. It's right here, I feel it. Look at that mess. But we're gonna fix that. That's not gonna work. Alright, let me show you all why. I just wanna paint the whole car over. It'll be my first time painting an entire car, but I want this car to be really nice, and the guy did do a good job, but it's been sitting in here for a minute. There's some nicks and little dents all around it. You guys can see in the door. Despite the few runs that I've gotten out, look at this, there's some more runs there. I sanded down with some 600 grit, and there was a little paint chip there. There's some stuff here. I'm just trying to find all the things that are little scratches all over the place. Look at this paint chip here. You guys can maybe see that little dent in the door a little better there. There's a couple here. One right there. Another little paint chip here. A little dent there. There's some dents here. Look at that one. Let's go to the other side. Other side is pretty much good. Another thing, he didn't, after remove the header panel, he didn't remove the header panel. I don't like that. So we got a little chip here. I removed the header panel. What else? On this side, pretty much straight. It's an arrow, really good on this side, but look at this little chip here. Not much on this side. I like this look, these little dents here. I'm fixing that. And there's a little hole there. I'm gonna sand this down and fix that. I'm gonna weld me something. I'm gonna weld that back fixed. But this side is pretty much good. But I just want to do the whole car over. I want to do the whole car. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna seal it. I'm gonna fix the little imperfections, seal it, and respray it. I got everything already right here, everything. I had this industrial cart, large cart, industrial cart, probably weighs about 150 pounds. Rolls super smoothly, old vintage cart. This is gonna be my mixing stand. Since I got the portable paint booth. This paint booth is 33 feet by 20 by 13. And it got the powerful blowers on it. And I'm gonna paint the Mustang. And you see I got all the space in the world to paint with it. I got an incredible video on my channel for this setup. So please check that out if you haven't checked it out yet. An amazing video on how I did this. I took time to show every single aspect of this paint booth, with the exception of me reviewing it because I didn't paint in it, but I did everything. So check that video out. But this is what we were going to be painting in for the Mustang. Got me a portable cart to have all my contents for painting here. Maybe store down there and mix in here. I got a lot of space on this. Thing rolls really good and very smooth. Just an old machine shop industrial cart where I have all my stuff for painting here. And I'm not going to remove these. These are already removed. I'm just going to mask these off real good. I'm not going to remove the mirrors. These are already removed as well. They turned out nice, but I'm going to mask them off. No, I'm not going to mask these off. I'm just going to paint around them in the trim. I'm trying to scuff all this stuff up and redo it. I just see some imperfections in. I want to do it. I want to do it. I know a lot of you guys may say, hey, it's nice. It is. It's nice. But I see too many imperfections for me. And I want to paint it. Got another little section here. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I want it to be really nice. And yeah, we're going for it. We're gonna respray this thing. I'm gonna spray it. First car ever spraying, and I'm gonna do it. So I'll be masking up in a minute, and we're gonna try to get this thing painted within probably the next 2 weeks. Definitely within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, within the next 2 weeks. I'm just gonna be kicking out videos probably within the next week because I'm about to get aggressive with this because I want to get this done and move on to the next thing. But I'm excited to get this done. Just repaint it. Too many little chips and nicks here and there, and I don't want to just keep spot fixing fixing spots, so why not just repaint this thing. Gonna seal it and repaint it. All the stuff is here already. Everything is there. Got everything already. So, yeah. I need you guys to give me some rallying support because I'm gonna push to get it nice. Just gonna mask off everything that I want painted, and I'll be able to paint and seal everything to my liking and just fix all the little spots. I rushed out to one of the top painters on YouTube. There's so many amazing painters on YouTube, and I've watched so many countless videos. I rushed out to one of them who does top-notch work, and he rushed back out to me. He rarely replies, he rarely replies, and he replied back to me with some advice and some pointers and some tips, and I really appreciate that because I know he get lots of comments and lots of questions and can be exhausting, but he replied back to me and gave me some tips. And although he had the videos on his channel from what I was trying to do, he reached out to me, and I really appreciate that, to give me some guidance and let me know how to approach this project. So, been working on cars since I was 11, 12 years old. I'm really good at fixing cars. I never really jumped into the paint and body aspect, so I'm excited. So, pretty much a novice. I've painted some small panels here and there, but I'm approaching this as a novice. Watched tons of videos to try to get my skills, and I'm not just approaching this just to do a regular paint job. I'm approaching this project as in to learn. It may take me much longer than the experienced painter to come out with a great product, but that's my goal, to kick out something great or very good, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna take me longer than the experienced painter, but we definitely gonna make this look super nice. No matter if it take me days or weeks to go over it, it's gonna turn out nice, and that's the goal from here on out for me. From here on out, I'll get better and better and better and better, and that's kind of the last thing that I need to add to my repertoire is my skills, honing in to do body and paint. I just want to hone in that skill, and I'm good at MIG welding, but I want to learn TIG welding. Those are the last two things that I need to add to the repertoire for me, and then there'll be unlimited range for the things I'll be able to do. All right, I guess the very next thing I'll be doing is in-heel masking. I'll be posting it. I'll be masking everything off. I got lots of tape. I got pretty much everything. Some everything. Pretty much everything I need to do this job, and quite a few more. Stay tuned for just about daily videos until we complete this thing. So I just need you guys to rally me on because I'm wore out from this thing. This thing has put me through the ringer, and I'm ready to get to the next project. But I want to make this look really nice before we're done. So stay tuned. Let's get this thing looking nice.